This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports Chaco. We're delighted to be joined by the man of the moment, the Lily White Lightning. I can remember you having to crib me at one stage in the past. We're delighted to be joined by Donovan. How are you, Eric?
Yeah, I'm good. Good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me. All good.
It's I obviously made I got to catch up with you sort of briefly in Celtic Warriors gym last week, but I was sort of saying it was 5 months since we last spoke. Up in Belfast, you just did your 14th Pro One and your 8th stoppage. I guess obviously you probably finally become an adult, sort of. Not too long ago, obviously finally got married to Laura. Is it sort of good to have that monkey off the back now and you can focus on the boxing?
Yeah, no, it was nice to finally get married to Laura. You know, it's been we had to postpone the wedding twice, so that was a kind of a bit of a difficult time for us and for everybody really with the pandemic. But no, we finally got over the line last October, and it was a special day. And things are going just great at the moment. Better and better, and of course now I've landed an amazing opportunity, the best opportunity of my boxing career. So I can't wait for it.
I know when we spoke in September, you had sort of said, about looking at European belts and things like that. And whenever the fight was announced a few weeks ago, we're sort of going, where did that one come from? It's, I guess for you yourself, obviously you're a long established amateur boxer. Even if fully if you didn't know who Ramirez was. And I guess when the opportunity comes to fight a double Olympic gold medalist, and probably put it on him probably more than anything. I think the city last week. Probably is the right time now to get him when he's finding his feet in the pro game.
Yeah, look, I mean, timing is everything, isn't it? Like, this is my time, I believe. This is my time, my opportunity, my chance, and that's the way I try and live my life. I don't try and dwell too much in the past or ponder too far down, into the future. I try to live in the moment, and this is my moment. And you don't get any bigger than Ramirez. Yeah, double Olympic champion. He's beat them all. He's been in with them all. So this is a very exciting challenge. But it's one that I'm really up for, and I just cannot wait for it. And I think the stage, the platform, everything is it's incredible. And my life has come full circle. It's come full circle for me. Never would have believed that, like 10 years ago, I was basically, I retired in 2013 to 2016. That 3-year period, I gave up on boxing, went back into education and had no interest in boxing anymore, lost the love for it. Obviously kept up training and looking after myself and everything, but never would I have guessed, during that period of semi-retirement, let's say, that in the next 7-8 years you're going to fight against one of the greatest amateur boxers of all time in front of 15,000 people live in Sky Sports and ESPN. Like, it's incredible. It's dream come true stuff, and I'm very worthy of this opportunity right now. This is not fluke or chance. I worked very hard. I deserve to be here, and I'm going to show the world on the 26th of February why I deserve this chance.
Do you still keep sort of having to pinch yourself when you sort of, look at it and you go, again, as I say, I'm fighting a double Olympic gold medalist, massive opportunity. You've obviously fought during lockdown and a matchroom show as well, so you'd obviously a big opportunity there. So now you've sort of had a taste of that, and you were winning the fight easy against Zephyr Barrett. Obviously, that experience probably then has probably taught you now, when I get to the second half of the fight, if it gets to that stage, but if I get to the second half of the fight, I've been here, I've done it, I know what sort of hasn't went right the first time around to then close it in style.
Yeah, I learned loads from that fight, and to be fair, I know I was doing well against Zephyr Barrett in that fight, but I was only a novice pro at that time, and I looking back on that fight, a lot of people give me a lot of praise, a lot of credit. you know, and deservedly so. It was, but when I look at that fight, I see so many novice mistakes, so many mistakes that, you know, a novice pro would make. But you know, thankfully now we're a year and a half on, and I've learned loads. And that's going to stand to me this time around. Absolutely.
And definitely, it's about. They always say it's only a loss if you don't learn from. You obviously learn from your defeat, your sole defeat as a pro. But it's sort of, you know, people sort of look at it and see you're 36. Probably say it's fair to say you probably have limited time left in the sport. When obviously the opportunity came to fight Rabisi Ramirez, was it just one of them opportunities you just couldn't turn down?
Oh, you wouldn't want to turn it down. You wouldn't want to turn an opportunity like that down, because, you know, I'm a professional athlete first and foremost. I'm a professional fighter, you know, and if you're a professional athlete, you got to be thinking elite level. You got to be thinking top, you know. There's no point being a professional boxer and operating at a very low par kind of competition or environment, you know. You want to look back on your career and legacy. You want to be thinking fights, you know, champions, the best. And that's what it's about for me. It's about the best. And because I really want to test myself against the best. And you know, I think this fight will prove that.
And obviously, one, you know, I know not looking too far ahead, this is probably you'd never like to do, but you know, beating Rabisi Ramirez is not only going to open yourself up further to the world, but could potentially have you fighting next time around for a world title.
Oh man, it's just incredible. You know, the winning this fight would open the door to so many possibilities. And that's what I'm thinking about. You know, I'm just thinking about performance. And if we can do what we could do, if we can execute the level of performance that I know I'm capable of, then we could come up, you know, we could get the victory, and then we can talk about some exciting, like amazing, incredible nights and world titles, you name it. It's going to be incredible. Yeah.
You sort of thinking to yourself, you know, everybody's sort of downbeat and everything else with the pandemic. You've obviously had a defeat during the pandemic. You're coming out of the pandemic now, and you could be on the verge of a world title, and you're going like it's stuff of dreams nearly. You know, you're sort of going, you know, do you think when you jacked it all in and everything else, and you're going, you know, you're now probably looking back and going, if I didn't pack it in and went pro 3 years earlier, where would it be now? But I guess that's, you know, it's 6 of one, half a dozen another.
Yeah. Now life is great, man. Life is very good, very good at the moment. I'm enjoying life, you know, and you know, even outside of boxing, you know, everything in my life is going really well, and I'm very happy. And we're coming out of the pandemic as well. Well, I mean, we're not completely out of it, but it's looking very good, and good times ahead for all.
Definitely is, and obviously you're part of it. It's a massive Taylor Catterall undisputed fight in Glasgow next week. But obviously it's probably a fully Irish sort of contingent in the card. Paddy Donovan, Kieran Malloy, and Kurt Walker. Do you sort of feel like a proud daddy style sort of figure? Because they've all come through the amateur sort of setup. You've been there, you're a wee bit more accomplished. Do you sort of look at them and go, I'm like a proud dad, sort of leading the rest in?
Yeah, it's a bit like the older statesman, all right, yeah. But no, look, all them boys are absolute legends and superstars in the making, and they're serious talents, like, you know. And I'm looking forward to. I'm following their careers already, and I'm looking forward to following them some more. And they're going to bring some really exciting nights to Irish boxing. And yeah, it's an honor. It's a real honor to share the card with them. And again, that's another thing I never would have imagined, you know, that I'm going to share the card with all these guys. It was only a couple of weeks ago, if not, a couple of months ago, that I was commentating on Kurt Walker in the Olympic Games, you know, and he was out there and he was producing some special performances, like, you know, very unlucky not to come home with a medal. And Kieran Malloy and Paddy Donovan, I was commentating on their match up in the National Elite Championships a few years ago, you know, for RT. And you know, it's kind of strange. All right, yeah, you know, I never thought about it that way, but definitely like a big brother kind of a thing. Yeah. But I don't know if I'm going to have many more chances to box on the same card with him, but I'll tell you, I'll relish this one.
Definitely is, and I'm sure they were sort of looking to you for an inspiration as well. Sort of they sort of look at you and they go, "I want to be where Eric is." Getting big opportunities, and I guess probably the best way for you to set the best example for them is to go there and send Ramirez home with another L.
Yeah, I think them boys will be all right. They'll be all right. They're in good hands. They're around good people. They've good teams around them, and they'll go very far. They'll go very far. But yeah, I mean, one positive thing about it is that we're all going to bring a lot of Irish over, and we'll be able to help support each other on the night and get behind each other. And all of our fans joining the force and helping us to driving us on the night. So that would be special.
And I'm sure obviously a special mention obviously to Mark as well. He obviously left boxing Ireland obviously just for more opportunities, and Mark's obviously produced you two massive opportunities now. So it probably shows in a way that there was no love lost with boxing Ireland. You just wanted to, at the age you were and everything else, get to the next level. And Mark's obviously done, like Ron Sale, he's done exactly what he says in the tin. He's produced the goods for you.
Yeah, no, Mark's brilliant manager, fantastic. Our relationship is very good, very strong. I've no comment or anything with Boxing Ireland promotions. It's just strictly personal, and about my own career. And I had to kind of make the moves for my own career and for my own peace of mind. So that's it. Yeah, fair play to Mark. Kudos to Mark. He come off. He's doing a great job, and we're going from strength to strength.
So the magic man strikes again. Sort of want to finish it off then, sort of just, I know you're back down to featherweight. Thankfully, that's your ideal weight you like to fight at, but there's some obviously massive fights coming up. Well, pretty much just in the next month or so. We've obviously Michael Conlan's fight with Lee Wood for the WBA regular title, and you've obviously the old warhorse. Probably you could use as a good example yourself there as Kiko Martinez versus Josh Warrington. Kiko rolled back the years to become world champion again. Do you sort of now look at fights like these and go, beat Ramirez at the weekend, and I can start maybe calling these guys out?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, yeah, these fights are so attractive. They're so attractive, but that's where you want to be. I said it already, and I don't, I don't have any qualms about saying these things. Like, I'm a professional fighter. I have a massive chance on my hands. I can't really be involved in those conversations unless I come through this task and on the right side of victory. But then we can talk about this. But they are the fights that I would dream of, absolutely. But I can't really get involved in the conversation until I produce the goods. So it's all about the 26th. It's all about producing the goods on the 26th, and then we'll assess things after that.
Fantastic. And obviously, finally, then, how do you see the fight? What sort of prediction do you have in the fight? Probably you wouldn't care if you went ugly, or
I think Warrington will beat Kiko, and I think Michael Conlan will beat Wood, and I think there'll be two cracking fights, and then I think Warrington and Conlan could possibly unify. I don't know, maybe, possibly, could be, but that could be huge. But again, look, that's just speculation. I don't know, but that's how if a gun to my head, that's what I would say. Conlan and Warrington.
And obviously on your own fight there in 10 days' time, what are you ideally looking at winning them no matter what way is possible, or how do you see the fight going?
You go in to win, you go in to perform. We have a strategy, we have a plan. You go in and you try and follow that, and then if that works, great. If it doesn't, then you kind of have to go to plan B and see, and then you just try and adapt to the situations around you. You adapt to the challenges and the hurdles that you face in the fight. Some things that you just can't prepare for, you have to have it deep down in your character and your resilience and your resolve. And that's just part and parcel of the kind of person that you are. And so, you can do your best to try and visualize how it's going to be, and hopefully it will work out that way. But you have to be prepared for every possibility. So we're just prepared for the best Ramirez, and we're hoping that we deliver the best Eric Donovan on the night and execute the best performances, a career best performance, and hopefully it's good enough.
Fantastic. Well, we obviously have fingers crossed for you. Obviously, 10 days out. Obviously, for anybody it's going to be not able to get there in person, they'll be able to watch it on Sky Sports as well. So it'll be a glorious night for Irish boxing. And fingers crossed, Eric Donovan with just as goods.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Eric.
you.
Well, listen, lovely catching up with you. And obviously, we wish you all the very best of luck for your fight in 10 days' time.
Brilliant. Thanks, Dave.